Imagine an empire so vast, so powerful that it shaped the destiny of an entire subcontinent, an empire where art, culture, and warfare collided to create a legacy that still echoes today. This is the story of the Mughal Empire, a tale of ambition, betrayal, love, and conquest. But what if I told you that the history you think you know is only the tip of the iceberg? What if the real story has been hidden for centuries? Buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the untold history of the Mughal Empire. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see history in a whole new light. Stay with me, because this is one journey you won't want to miss. The rise of Babur, the underdog who changed history. Our story begins with a man who had everything and then lost it all. Babur, a descendant of Genghis Khan and Timur, was just 12 years old when he inherited a tiny kingdom in Central Asia. But fate had other plans. Betrayed by his own family, Babur was forced into exile, wandering the harsh terrain with nothing but a handful of loyal followers. Sounds like the plot of a blockbuster movie, right? But here's the twist. This underdog didn't just survive, he thrived. Imagine being kicked out of your own home, only to come back and build an empire that would last for centuries. Talk about a comeback story. Babur's victory at the Battle of Panipat in 1526 marked the birth of the Mughal Empire. But how did a man with no resources, no army, and no allies pull this off? The answer lies in his genius strategy and unshakable determination, and this was just the beginning. But Babur's rise was only the first chapter. What happened next would change the course of history forever. The architect of a golden age. Enter Akbar the Great, a ruler so visionary he didn't just build an empire, he built a civilization. At just 13 years old, Akbar inherited a kingdom riddled with rebellion and instability. But this young prodigy had a secret weapon, his mind. Akbar wasn't just a conqueror, he was a thinker, a philosopher, and a unifier. Picture this, a ruler who abolished taxes on non-Muslims, married a Hindu princess, and created a religion that blended the best of all faiths. Sounds too good to be true, right? But Akbar did it. His reign was a golden age of art, science, and culture. The Mughal Empire wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. Ever wonder why the Taj Mahal looks so stunning? Well, you can thank Akbar for laying the groundwork, but more on that later. Yet even the greatest empires face challenges, and Akbar's successors would soon find themselves at a crossroads. The dark side of power, Shah Jahan, and the price of ambition, Shah Jahan. The name itself evokes images of grandeur and romance. After all, this is the man who built the Taj Mahal, a monument to love that still takes our breath away. But behind the beauty lies a darker story. Shah Jahan's reign was marked by ambition, greed, and a thirst for power that would ultimately lead to his downfall. Imagine building the most beautiful structure in the world, only to spend your final years imprisoned by your own son. Tragic, isn't it? But Shah Jahan's story is a reminder that even the mightiest rulers are not immune to the consequences of their actions. And speaking of sons, Shah Jahan's successor would take the empire to new heights and new lows. But that's a story for another moment. The emperor who divided an empire, Aurangzeb, the most controversial figure in Mughal history, a man who ruled for 49 years, expanded the empire to its greatest extent and yet sowed the seeds of its decline. How did one man achieve so much yet lose so much more? Here's the thing, Aurangzeb was a ruler of contradictions. He was a devout Muslim who imposed strict religious policies, alienating the very people who had helped build the empire. His endless wars drained the treasury, and his rigid policies sparked rebellion. The empire was crumbling, and Aurangzeb's successors would pay the price. Fun fact, Aurangzeb was so focused on conquest, he forgot to enjoy the perks of being an emperor. No wonder he's remembered as the last of the great Mughals. But the fall of the Mughal Empire wasn't just about Aurangzeb, it was a culmination of events that began long before his reign. A legacy lost. By the 18th century, the Mughal Empire was a shadow of its former self. Internal strife, external invasions, and the rise of European powers like the British East India Company sealed its fate. The empire that once ruled over 150 million people was reduced to a puppet state. It's heartbreaking, isn't it, to think that an empire so grand could fall so far. But here's the thing, the Mughals didn't just leave behind ruins, they left behind a legacy that continues to inspire us today. And that legacy, it's not just about the monuments or the battles, it's about the lessons we can learn from their rise and fall. The cultural legacy of the Mughals. Art, architecture, and cuisine. While the political power of the Mughals may have waned, their cultural influence remains unparalleled. The Mughals were patrons of the arts, commissioning some of the most exquisite paintings and architecture the world has ever seen. The Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, and the Jama Masjid are just a few examples of their architectural genius. And let's not forget the food. Mughlai cuisine, with its rich flavors and aromatic spices, is a testament to the empire's love for the finer things in life. Dishes like biryani, kebabs, and korma have become staples in Indian cuisine, enjoyed by millions around the world. Ever wonder why Mughlai food is so irresistible? Maybe it's the royal touch. But the Mughals' influence didn't stop at art and food. Their administrative innovations and policies also left a lasting impact. The Mughal blueprint for governance. The Mughals weren't just great conquerors, they were also brilliant administrators. Akbar's reign in particular saw the introduction of groundbreaking policies that streamlined governance and promoted social harmony. The Mansabdari system, for instance, was a unique military and civil administration framework that ensured loyalty and efficiency. Akbar also implemented a centralized revenue system, which not only increased the empire's wealth, but also ensured fair taxation. These innovations were so effective that they influenced administrative practices long after the Mughal Empire's decline. But even the best systems have their flaws, and as we'll see, these very innovations would later contribute to the empire's downfall. Lessons from the Mughal Empire. The decline of the Mughal Empire is a cautionary tale of overreach, internal strife, and external pressures. By the mid-18th century, the empire was a shadow of its former glory, with regional powers and European colonizers carving up its territories. But even in decline, the Mughals left an indelible mark on history. Their legacy is not just in the monuments they built or the battles they fought, but in the lessons they offer us today. The Mughal Empire teaches us about the importance of unity, the dangers of overambition, and the enduring power of culture. And as we reflect on their legacy, one question remains: what can we learn from the rise and fall of the Mughal Empire? The Mughal Empire may be gone, but its impact is still felt today. From the food we eat to the art we admire, their legacy lives on. So the next time you see the Taj Mahal or hear the name Akbar, remember, this isn't just history. It's a story of human ambition, resilience, and the enduring power of culture. If you enjoyed this journey through the untold history of the Mughal Empire, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what part of Mughal history fascinates you the most? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep uncovering the stories that shape our world.